Hi, I'm Kristen Davis, and I want to know, are you a Charlotte? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Are You a Charlotte? Today, we have one of my all-time favorite people on the planet Earth, Molly Rogers, our incredible costume designer who worked with Pat Field from the pretty much very beginning of the show and then also designed And Just Like That. And she is going to recap all the outfits of season 3 when we really just jumped up a whole level in terms of the fashion of the show. So please enjoy. It's a fun time. You guys, Molly Rogers is with us, coming to us from the Bahamas. Oh, we are jealous.
Thank you so much for having me again. It's so fun to talk to you.
I know, it's amazing to have you back. Thank you for joining me from your vacation. Apparently vacating? I mean, what's happening?
I don't know. By the way, I just want to say it's horrible here because I don't want anybody coming.
Well, I saw the picture you put on Instagram of the traffic, which is, of course, a sandy path. I was just immediately filled with jealousy.
I am not going to say anything about this paradise. It is fantastic. But
you're in a secret location.
I have done my homework.
Oh, good.
I have looked at how jam-packed that season was.
I mean, season 3, we had to have you back on to revisit season 3 because it is incredible.
There is so much in there. And can I just say, and I don't know if this was your experience, season 3 was when we started going into stores and people were like, oh yeah, I know that show.
Definitely.
Like it was really starting to borrow and
Yes, I do absolutely remember that. And I feel like, Sarah Jessica, this is when I think, to me, things clicked in my mind that Sarah Jessica had these previous relationships with designers, right? And had known them and gone to events with them. And she understood, kind of the personal side of it in terms of how to go about that relationship and being respectful, of course, and returning everything when you were supposed to and all of that. And that was when I started trying to find, who I liked, number one, who fit me, number 2, and then trying to kind of develop those relationships, whether it be through going to Fashion Week, to their show, or, getting to know, like the personal shopper at Prada was our close friend for a long time.
Oh, that's right.
Remember her? She was fantastic.
Well, I remember, she was great. And I remember Kevin too, who's there.
Yeah, amazing.
Well, you educated yourself so quickly because
that
was kind of unexplored territory in a weird way for television.
Oh, very much so. I mean, obviously, we weren't television, we were HBO.
Yeah, true. But I remember we go to ask for something and people were like, Sex in the City, is that some show about orgasm? Like they wanted to see it first before they played with us.
Oh, for sure. And I feel like it was also this is the year that we got nominated for the Emmy, which was like, for me, I remember everything about that so vividly, and the shock, like the shock. Do you remember how shocked we were? And the fact that we then win it eventually, like the next year, also just still insane to think about because no HBO comedy had ever been nominated, much less won, And we always thought that The Sopranos would be the ones. And of course they also were, but it was so wonderful that we were thought of in that way.
Exactly. So heavy hitters.
Yeah.
In it.
Yeah.
I just have to say.
Yeah.
Your hair.
Thank you.
And your skin is always flawless.
Thank you, baby. This is neglected hair that is very, very long. Okay. It's very, very long and slightly dead on the ends from work. So it needs some love. But you're looking fantastic there on your vacay.
Well, let's just say, this paradise, not telling you my GPS location at all. Never come here. It's horrible.
I will not. I will not. But I'm happy that you're getting some rest because we couldn't have you on for a while because you were working. You have been busy lady.
I have. And it was, as you can imagine, an incredible experience. that you gals trained me really well for.
I'm just going to tell everybody. So Molly was
Okay.
doing the Devil Wears Prada 2. She was on the Devil Wears Prada 1 with Pat. And, Molly and Pat have been with us since the very, very beginning. Well, Molly was not on the pilot. She was on episode 1. So, episode 2, I
Right.
guess, right? But that's pretty much the very beginning, 1998. And we love her desperately, people, desperately.
You're so kind.
And as Sarah Jessica and I have many, many, many times discussed, the level of detail that you bring to everything you do is beyond. Like neither of us have ever worked with anyone that brings the level of detail of each button. Molly has an obsession with buttons, you guys.
Do I?
You do.
Okay.
Buttons and tassels and trim. Okay.
Yeah.
Trim,
Okay. Yeah. I do have
grosgrain,
tassel
ribbons,
fetish. Yeah,
tassels,
for sure.
buttons. She has like a column in the, in the fitting room that I think you guys have seen the pictures on Instagram. I'll repost when we air this. She has like a column where like buttons, like sheets of buttons that she got in like Midtown, like there's a ribbon store in Midtown. Molly will go and she will find all these ribbons and bring the ribbons back and make earrings out of them for you. Okay. Like earrings.
It sounds so crafty.
No, it is crafty because it's like old school, Like
Right.
you also will take a dress completely apart and re-put it together, obviously with our wonderful tailor, Adrian, or,
Totally.
whomever you're working with.
I'm sure those ribbon stores and button stores are probably not there anymore. They are losing the garment center as we speak.
That's upsetting.
And I learned detail is for winners from those control freaks, Pat, SJ, and I guess you.
Oh,
for
no.
sure.
You taught me,
Like,
babe. You taught me.
Attention to everything.
Yeah.
And as we know these days, that is so true what people pay attention to.
Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, you were
The minutia.
The minutia. Yeah, absolutely.
It's not pleasant.
No, the minutia is is a little bit much. And as we talked about with a different person who was on a couple weeks ago, the bizarre paparazzi, like continual paparazzi all day long, which you guys also got on Prada, is I think in some ways detrimental because you're seeing these outfits out of context. Like I remember when we came back with And Just Like That, we knew that we had killed big, but not everybody knew. Thank goodness we had to keep it top secret. So people were just so confused why Carrie was dressing like that. And it was so frustrating because they don't know the plot or the story. Thank goodness they don't, right? But you're seeing you're being inundated all day long with the paparazzi pictures on your Instagram. And you're thinking, why is she wearing that? And it makes no sense. Whereas if you knew the plot, it might make sense. But I feel like you've already gone through this gauntlet of judgment from the paparazzi pictures, which is really unfair because the costumes are supposed to tell a story. They're not just supposed to be great standalone outfits necessarily.
Right. They're not commercials. Like I and the conjecture, which is what you're talking about too, that goes on and on. Why would she wear that? I just experienced a little taste of what may be coming at me. There was a teaser released.
Oh, honey,
of Prada.
I know.
Do you? Did it hit you too?
Listen, I follow everything because I love you so much. And so I'm always, and I don't even obviously text you if it's stressy because I'm like, I know she's stressing.
I need your warnings.
Oh, maybe I should warn you. I mean, look, I also feel, what I like about, if I have to try to find the silver lining of the critique that's happening continually, is that when they first see something, right? When Instagram, TikTok, whatever first experiences something, they say their gut reaction, like, why would Miranda Presley be wearing, what you call them, studs? What are they called? Valentino rock stud. Thank you so much. Why? And then they were like, there's this shoe, there's this shoe, there's this shoe. And it is a kind of a tyranny in a way. Like I was invited to something recently and I really just was like frozen. I thought like, I don't know if everyone is going to be wearing couture gowns from the runway or like a black dress to look decent and whatever.
Right.
But like all the people, and I love them all. I love Nikki Bell. I'm all for them, and I love their point of view. But like, it's scary, right? Like,
Yeah.
am I going to be picked apart if I don't wear a
Yeah.
couture gown from the runway? I don't know. It's so scary. So
I'm
I didn't
just
go.
trying to live my life.
I know. I'm
Oh,
just trying to live my
no.
life. I know. And I wanted to support. It was for Clooney, and I wanted to support, but I didn't go because
Oh,
I was like,
wow.
I don't have an outfit that they're not going to kill me for. So I didn't go. But it's the same with these teasers, right? You put out a teaser. I thought it was fantastic. And then first they're like, she would never wear a rock stud. That was 19, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what year it was,
What is the
2015.
message here? Yeah.
Right. What is the message? But what I loved is that it did come around. Like first they were like, no, 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 that's terrible, whatever. Then, and they were like, this is a better choice. This is a better choice, which always cracks me up also, right? And also you're working with actors who have an opinion. And I'm not saying Meryl chose that shoe. I don't know who chose that shoe. You don't have to tell us. But
I want to.
okay, great. Tell us. Tell us who chose the shoe.
Sometimes, well, I wasn't in the room, of course, but
Oh no.
sometimes you're in a room with people like marketing people
Oh.
who think they know better than you. And that shoe, if you want a bang and a punch for a commercial, yeah, that's that's like a bold statement. Was it character related? No.
Got it.
So it was insisted on, and both shoes, mine and theirs, was shot. And then when I saw the teaser, I was, who did that?
Oh, Molly.
Yeah.
That's so upsetting, you guys. This is really important because everyone wants to blame the costume designer, and it's so not fair because there's so many players. The director, the actor.
He has a very good opinion, very
Frankel, David Frankel, director, and he has a good opinion and is respectful, I believe, to Molly, which is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And then the actor sometimes has opinions, certainly.
If they have a bunion or something.
Sure, they might have some like real actual
Like
walking
seriously,
issues, like a serious
these are
issue.
factors.
That's true. Like there are some people that they cannot wear the super high heels. And then there's some people, they might be really, really good at it. I'm not going to name names right now, but then they hurt their foot in a certain shoe and that kind of hobbles them. And then you are just like trying, like one time, I know for myself, I was trying to wear those super high heels. I was like, I can still do it. No, 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 no. And then we were doing the dress for when I fall on the mattress in the art gallery, right? And for some reason, I chose those lunatic level Louboutins that Zendaya wears. I think we just thought they looked good with the dress in the room. I forgot everything that I have to do in those shoes. And then after that, struggle? I was in some pain, and there was a coffee. No, it's not coffee shop. The Mario's place. The bread place.
Hot Fellas.
Hot Fellas. Good job, Molly.
Is that it?
Yes, Hot Fellas. I'm in Hot Fellas. I have to get up at one table and walk to the other table, and my feet hurt so badly that I kind of teeter-totter across the room in like the saddest way.
Oh my God.
Because it was like the week after or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So like I had done myself in the gallery, and then I was still wearing those really high shoes because I think we had them in like every color, And I had thought to myself,
you were paying for it.
Right. And I was like, we're just sitting in the restaurant, right? It'll be fine. But I forgot I had to go talk to the other moms.
Oh my gosh. But I have to say that I think was because of the physicality in the gallery, because you are pretty, stealth and good and really tall ones, like truly.
I'm usually pretty good. It was that I had to run in them and then fall, and we had my stunt double, but she never did it because that's how it always happens, right? So I did it like 40 times maybe. Kind of cuckoo level. And I think it was pretty late at night, which is our way.
Yep.
Okay, there were choices of shoes is what you're saying. There were choices. So your choice is not what ended up in the sizzle reel. This is important to have on the record, Molly. That was not your choice. And so there were marketing people involved. And what you're saying to me is that they felt that was kind of an identifiable, bold choice.
I think that through their untrained eye, and not just seeing like a gold grommet, they thought that has a lot of punch.
Interesting.
We got to get a lot for our money. They didn't
Wow.
think that these things are translated into character. She would never.
No, probably not.
No,
No, no,
it's
wow.
too flashy for her.
It's flashy and it's also like just slightly not current.
Yeah, but it's like things happen, as you know.
Yeah. This is important to be on the record about, I think, because
I
sometimes
agree.
people want to just take you to task. And I feel like it's very unfair. It's very unfair. And there's some things in this episode. I mean, the season, I guess we're looking at the whole season, season 3, which is like the year 2000, right? Which is kind of a long time ago, but it's also so amazing how incredibly current things really look,
Absolutely.
which is bizarre to me. Is it because the 90s or whatever they want to consider as the 90s is kind of back? Or like, is it just that they're timelessly good outfits?
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at all your references from this jam-packed season.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And I see things that are very, like a lot of Cavalli on Carrie.
Oh, I know. Listen, I brought my Cavalli. I need to show this to you guys. I'm going to put it on the Instagram because I brought this because I was going to wear it. Okay. And it looks really big how I'm holding it up right now. I was going to wear it, but when I put it's like a little handkerchief. I was like, I can't wear this. I was going to wear this in honor of our podcast because I keep this in a little drawer at home. But this is a Cavalli. It's like so of the time, right? It's so cute, isn't it?
Absolutely. The fabric and the glitter.
Yeah. It's like
you
a
wore
painting.
That as Charlotte?
I wore this on the rooftop. Remember the baking hot?
Gosh, yeah, the cookout.
The cookout, yes, the end of the season with that iconic picture, if I do say so myself, of us laughing when our feet had sunken into the tar because that was the level of heat we were dealing with that day.
Oh my gosh, those are the things you remember. Yeah,
it is, and also that the elevators broke, and so we were walking up and down the stairs of that very tall building. Yes, the days.
That's a
These
really
are the days.
Great photo, though, I have to say. It has so much of the energy of the dynamic four.
I agree. That's why it's one of my favorite all-time photos for sure.
Everybody looks nuts. Like Kim in a two-piece gingham outfit. She looks like,
it's fantastic,
Mary Ann from Gulligan. Yeah, it's like what it was.
Yes.
How far can we push this? They're having a cookout. Gingham, two pieces.
Yes.
Glitter Cavalli.
Glitter Cavalli. And I think I was wearing like a short skirt and I never get up because I'm like kind of tugging at the skirt. Like you just know Pat was like, wear
it. I love when you imitate her because you sound like her.
I don't think I do it justice at all. Not at all.
I try.
Do you? It's hard. Okay, let's start a little bit at the beginning, if you will allow me.
I have my phone. If you don't
fantastic!
Mind, so I can reference what you're talking about.
Of course.
I have a few stories, as you do as well.
Oh, I can't wait! I think you're gonna have stories that I don't even remember. Okay, this is the episode. It's called "Where There's Smoke," and we go to Staten Island. Now, the thing that I remember whenever we would go back to work, because this is the first episode of the season, right? And obviously we're shooting 2 episodes at the same time. So I think the first one's Where There's Smoke, and the next one is Politically Incorrect with Slattery, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we would always film 2 at once. And I remember every year, because it was February that we'd go back to work, but the show didn't come on till June. So we're freezing. New York City in February is so fucking cold, you guys. And I am a lightweight. I'm a Southerner, as is Molly. I like my hot humidity. It's like what I live for. So I'm always freezing cold. And Pat always wanted us in furs. And I believe this was the year. I never wanted to wear the fur. I always begged, please don't make me wear the fur. And she was like, no, it's wonderful. It's fabulous. And I had to go to Bergdorf's, I want to say, to the fur department. Do you remember this? Like it was either Bergdorf or Saks.
It might have been Saks. Saks was where they would loan them out.
Got it.
Okay.
And there was a cape.
Good memory.
Thank you. This was a trauma for me, all right? This was like up there in the trauma level. There was a chinchilla cape. And she really loved it for Charlotte. Now, look, I get it. Capes are fantastic. And it was kind of soft, but it had the little chinchilla and it just looks like little chinchillas. And I went home that night and I had nightmares that the chinchillas came alive and were crawling all over me. And so then I was like, Pat, I can't sleep thinking about that chinchilla cape. Like, please don't make me wear it. Please don't make me wear it. And so I would wear her down. I would like keep on begging and begging and begging and end up in the shearling. That was like as far as I could get her down. And some of these pink shearlings that I wear are still on people's favorite Charlotte outfits ever.
Wow.
I know.
Okay. That's what you wore on the ferry.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Yep. And
Not
I think
to
I
be
have
confused with the baseball game.
Oh, yeah. Because I have a different one there. I think every
Yeah.
year she would get me in a pink shearling. And then there's one coming up when Sarah Jessica's pregnant and we're cold and I'm wearing a pink shearling that people put in like top 10 Charlotte. You know, I'll post on the Instagram. It's not in this season, but I mean, like, I think 3 or 4 seasons she found somehow a pink shearling for me to wear, which, was a good compromise for me at the time.
I think of Pat's top 10 disappointments, you rejecting the chinchilla cape is probably way up there.
But can I say,
that sounds like her. Okay.
I know it was up there, but can I say that she's got Kim in some major furs? I mean, obviously we also have the vintage fur, which we should touch on a bit. Carrie's vintage fur, which we have. Now,
may I speak?
Please do. Please do.
Okay. Now I believe I am correct. At the time, I was so curious. What is that? I believe I was told it is muskrat. Have you ever heard this?
No, I have not. It's muskrat?
That is what I believe, because that is morphed into it's an opossum coat. It's not.
Oh, God.
I remember calling Ina's, and I believe that's what it was. Now, it was not until season 3, and this picture that you have of her wearing it we had it for 3 years. It was the first thing we bought Carrie.
Right. At Ina's.
We did not find out that it unzipped into a short jacket until the 3rd year.
I didn't even know this.
Yeah, it's longer.
Oh.
We had no idea until somebody looked at it and goes, hey, this thing gets shorter. Wasn't that fabulous?
That is fabulous. But wait, did we have another piece or is this it?
That's the shorty version.
Oh, got it. Because yes, there's a one where it comes below her knee, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
And that is a fabulous thing.
It is. Let me ask you, it's not Pierre Cardin, correct?
No.
Yeah, the internet thinks it is. It's not, you guys.
Yeah.
It's like a no name, isn't it?
I don't think so.
I think Sarah thinks it's a no name.
I'm not sure about that. I mean, they have season 1 and 2 continuity books at HBO.
Oh, well, we better get them before someone buys HBO and we can't get the stuff.
Right, before it's Netflix.
Yeah.
But it's really difficult because it's all of our handwritings on Polaroids.
Wait,
and it's not, the
Polaroid books are at HBO?
Digital
copy. Got it.
1 and 2 episode. Season 1 and 2.
Got it.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting. I mean, Sarah Jessica feels like it's a vintage no name that came from Ina, in the very beginning, right?
She could be right. I remember, as you do find in vintage coats, someone's monogrammed initials in the chest lining.
Right. Like a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would make sense.
It was definitely passed down through to Ina, but I just found that to be so interesting to find that it had a piece that came away.
It's very cool. Now look at this crazy fur that she's got Kim in here for the fire station, I believe. And then she takes it off.
I have a little story for you if you're interested in this.
Yes.
Number 1, that was a Nicole Miller dress, which I'm sure you remember.
Oh, I do.
Miller.
Yes.
And I'll never forget that night, Kim insisted on taping her ankles in white gauze so she could slide down the pole easier. And if you watch that episode, you see it.
What? I must rewatch. I didn't even notice. Well, that's something. How did she even know that? That's so interesting.
She thought it would grease her better.
Wow.
But you see them. if you're looking.
I'm going to look back now. I'm going to look back. I mean, I thought the whole thing was very bold. I had not really remembered everything that she did. And she looks so cute when she puts the little suspenders over her naked
Oh
self.
yeah. Yeah, that's cute.
It's
That's
pretty good.
cute.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I think that Pat took all the furs that I wouldn't wear and just made Kim wear bigger furs.
Totally. Totally. That color's too hot for Charlotte. Give it over to Samantha.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, also, I think that it would swallow me and you couldn't see my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a
Now,
lot of coat.
It's a lot of coat. It's a lot of coat. She can pull it off. I think also when we see Sarah with Slattery is when we really start to see the flowers. So I was wondering if you remember, how did it start? Did you realize what you were doing? Like what
Sarah
you thought?
Jessica came in that season and said, I'm into flowers. What she saw that inspired her, I don't remember the person in history that she was like, I want to bring those back. So someone went to the fancy flower place on 14th Street and just got boxes of them. And it was a really great thing to introduce. It was so viral, you know, at
I
the
know.
time. We
It
didn't
still
have
is.
that.
It still is. So you guys just
I
went and
love
bought
it.
a bunch of fake flower pins or just fake flowers and sewed them on things.
Yeah, and they were so beautiful from that store. Had such a fabulous name, like Sherman and Oaks, you know, something fabulous.
That's fun. Did we have Niall at this time on the show as our tailor?
I think so.
I feel like
yeah,
we must have, right? She was so amazing also.
Or Trillion.
Oh, Trillion. Trillion's so great. Oh my gosh. Trillion. We've had some.
We broke all their spirits.
Oh no. Because you guys, there's no harder job.
I
mean, every single outfit for every single person has to be tailored within an inch of its life.
Absolutely. Tailoring jeans for Carrie. Burger wanted his t-shirt sleeve a quarter of an inch shorter, which almost we lost our minds.
See, it's the people you least expect, right? Like if you look at Sarah Jessica and you were like, yes, that would be hard to find jeans that would fit that tiny little body. That makes sense. But, you know, it doesn't necessarily make sense that Berger would want his t-shirts a quarter. That's interesting. I did want to touch on John Corbett as well, because he shows up here, right? For the first time. John, babyface John. Yeah.
Oh, that's a story.
I mean, tell us.
Okay. And then, you know, all these little tidbits. I mean, it's just what happened. I mean, no one any harm.
Of course.
You know, his reservation jewelry was a big talking point.
I remember.
And Pat hated it. But in order to get him to wear some of the shirts she was interested in, she had to compromise.
Got it.
But in hindsight, that was a mistake. You know, in my opinion, I don't think he needed jewelry like that.
It was interesting when I watched it because obviously I know Corbett and I obviously know that is his jewelry. And I also know that that's his double denim, you know?
Okay, you know him well.
I do. I mean, don't we all, right? Because Corbett is a pretty big personality. He's not somebody who's just like, oh, yeah, I'll wear whatever you want. That's just not who John is. He has a lot of opinions and, you know, feels very much like this is who the character is or isn't. But the thing that I liked, me too. I mean, you need that. And I think that in our world, from the men, you really needed that because, you know, they needed to be feeling confident and like they could make their own statement, right? Because it was so much our show. Right?
Yeah, so it got to them.
Right.
It
was hard.
They wanted to be one of the divas.
For sure. And more power to them. I'm all for it. But like for him, when I looked back on the show, first of all, I didn't remember him having that little baby face. It really just like, that little baby face, John, is just something, right? And the long hair, he is so 1,000,000% the anti-big that it is powerful. Right?
Yes.
And the jewelry kind of takes it further.
Yes.
So from that perspective, I got it. Like he's not New York City. He's not fashion. He's his
You're
own thing.
That's really important to bring up,
Yeah.
But Pat, as a true New Yorker, did not understand a turquoise ring,
A
like
huge
she was
turquoise
not
ring.
interested. I love
I
it.
get it. I
But
get
you're
it.
right.
And then there's this
Yeah.
one thing I want to talk about too, because it has to do with him. And I don't know if it was you guys or him, because one of the things when I look at the show, the old really, because now we're in 2000, which is really right on the cusp of the 90s, right? When he comes to my wedding, which he doesn't come to, right? Aiden doesn't come because they end up breaking up. Remember this?
Right.
Outside the wedding, but he's dressed to come to the wedding. He's wearing this massive suit, okay? And it's brown and it's like not tailored. It's like kind of flowy. It's strange. Like, what is that about?
First of all, when I saw your note about that, I was like, brown. That's so odd,
Right?
And I think there were big discussions about this guy doesn't alter his clothes, he's
Oh,
not turned, he didn't go to a tailor, he didn't go into the store and say,
I
so I
thought it
think
was
there was
something like that.
opinions that wanted it, not ill-fitting, let's
And
say.
it really was. It really was, to the point where I was like, what's going on? But also at that point in time, because the season before, we've got Big getting engaged to Natasha, and he's also wearing a brown jacket. And I'm like, oh, the brown. Like, and it's not the brown that we would use now if we did use brown, right?
No,
it's like a
but Pat loves chocolate suits, and they're so hard to find, or they were then.
Right.
And whenever she saw one, she was like, somebody's wearing that.
No way.
She loved them.
That's weird.
She thought they were so sexy and chocolatey, and I don't know.
Wow, that's super interesting. It's also, to me, there was like a change happening in suiting for men, but it hadn't really happened yet. Like Tom Ford hadn't really happened yet, There were things that were coming that were going to really change tailoring, how we looked at tailoring, what we expected. And whereas Big had always been beautifully tailored because he was playing like a, media dude or whatever, right? A finance dude, whatever he's supposed to be. But everyone else you're like, huh, what are they wearing? But I kind of like that. Okay, wait, I have a question.
That's so funny. I need to watch that again for John's brown suit. That's hilarious.
It's like taupe
and
brown.
And just like that, we had him in a suit that didn't fit when he went to that other, remember that?
Yes, but that was a story point, right? But then they cut that scene, didn't they? Did they cut the scene where they think there's a Big and Tall shop on the corner, but it's gone? I think we refer to it. We refer to it, but he's got those short pants, but it's so funny. It's so obviously funny. Did you not think it was funny? Were you dying?
We did. We were hoping that you would see that they were short,
I think you did. When he's walking down the street with her, towards us. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. I mean, it is funny. I don't think people also realize how tall Corbett is.
Yeah. Well, you do when you see them together in a closet or,
For sure. But somehow she's up there on those tiptoes.
He is a tall drink of water.
He is a tall drink of water and a sweetheart. All right.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to talk him into coming on the podcast. So if you run into him, please.
I will.
Yeah.
I will pester him.
Thank you, Molly.
So much fun.
I know, right? We need his voice. We need his memories.
He's got great stories.
Right. We need him.
Get him.
I'll do my best. I'm trying. I've been texting him, but he's not responding. All right. This is Carrie.
Oh my gosh.
When we dance.
On the dance floor, dancing to
that.
Yes. Beep, beep.
Yes. I think so. Yes.
That's so great. You two are so distinctive in your dance moves. I love that scene.
I think we had that choreographer there. Do you remember how anytime it said the word dance, she'd be like, where's the choreographer coming? Even if it was just casual. Yeah, because it was scary. We were scared. We were always scared of dancing. You know what I mean? And I'm happy. I'm happy that we did. I have that bag that I have on my arm when I'm dancing. I think it's Celine and it's white. It's like a white
Oh yeah, I
Rhinestone. I
thought
should
you
have
had
brought
it
that in.
crossbody. Cool. Do you have
Exactly.
it?
I do have it. I do. I have two of them because at
It
some
was
point,
Celine.
yeah, isn't that strange? It doesn't look anything like Celine of today. Nothing.
That's pretty impressive. I'm glad you have it. I can't wait to talk about another outfit of yours. I'm praying you have it.
Which
But
one?
I'll hold. I'll
We can
hold
always get it. No, no. Whatever's on your mind, go. It's
that
fun.
halter dress that ties in the front.
The
Tiffany's,
when Tiffany's,
isn't
yes, of
it?
course. That's a good one. And apparently it's Versace. Is that right? I don't even remember
No,
that. No. Is it
no.
Mugler?
Yeah,
I thought it was
that's
Mugler too.
yeah,
Sometimes the internet has things wrong, you guys. I don't want to break anybody's spirit or
yeah,
anything, but sometimes I look at
yeah.
the little captions and I'm like, no, no, that's not it. Here we go. It's a good one. It's a really good one. And I feel like we have
Your
had
hair is
different.
perfect with that.
Thank you. They did great, didn't they? I think this is when I
I
had
think
that
so.
really nice French guy. What was his name? Like Pierre,
Oh
maybe.
gosh.
He used to
Yeah.
give me the most amazing blowout. My whole neck would be like getting pulled off my shoulders in the trailer, but it was worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like he'd just
He
be
knew
like
how to manipulate hair. Look at
big
that.
time,
It's
big time.
fabulous. That's
And I
like movie star Elizabeth Taylor
Oh,
hair,
thanks,
right?
babe. I mean, I think what we were going for, because we knew we were going to end up, this is McDougall. Charles McDougall is directing this, which, of course, one of my all time favorites. I thought he
What a
really
great guy.
understood, a great guy, and he understood Charlotte, and he understood Charlotte and Trey. And he always had
Yeah,
like such interesting, creative camera things he would do, you know? And he always came to
absolutely.
work in that beautiful suit. So he understood fashion.
Oh yeah, he was a cool cucumber, that one.
He really was.
Yeah.
So I think we were going for like an Audrey Hepburn-esque, but like modern and casual version, you know? Like not trying too hard, right?
You look so amazing in that dress.
Thank you,
It's just
baby.
that holds up for
It
real.
definitely does. And I don't own it, which is really sad. But can I tell you, there's some really funny details here. So, number one, we have done this dress, different versions of this dress through the years. Like, do you remember
Oh,
in the
absolutely.
movie, I have a white version, which I think is also Mugler, which I do own, that's like a wrap. It wraps around and is backless that we wore when I have that hot nanny. Do you remember that? When the
Yeah.
hot nanny comes out in the
Yes.
slow-mo with her
Yeah.
bosoms?
Nipples. Yeah.
Exactly. And I love that dress. That dress you could get out and wear right now. No problem.
Totally. That is a classic Charlotte silhouette. Backless, halter,
Mm-hmm.
full skirt.
Love
It's
it.
just a no-brainer.
Love it. Then I have these, I don't know if you can see them. There's some kind of strappy shoe. It's white. I literally have worn that shoe in many different iterations through the years, including in And Just Like That. Do you remember when we go to
Over and over
right
and
over
over
and
again.
over and over? We go to Stock Natasha down in Soho on the Pebbles,
Yep.
and I'm
Yep.
wearing these with that
Long
Amelia.
maxi. Yeah.
Yes, the
That maxi
sailboat.
dress.
I know. Isn't
Yeah.
that funny? I don't even think we're intellectually doing it.
Yeah. No. I
It's just
think it's
habit.
a part of our cell DNA.
Totally. It's a part of our cell DNA. Oh my God. I love it. Wait, I don't even know. I'm not really in order, but it's fun times, so I don't care.
Okay, sorry, we flipped
No,
over
I
to the
totally enjoy it.
Mugler.
Now, for some reason, I'm in episode 10, but I think that's because I had to find the Mugler. But it just reminds me that I have this Donna Karan dress that I wore. Do you remember this? The blue Donna
do.
Karan to the engagement
Like it
party.
was yesterday.
I know. I still own this. It's in storage. And
I remember how
it's-
much you loved that dress at
I
the time.
passionately
Did
love
you
this
find
dress.
that dress and make us get it?
I think I did, but when I
I
look at
think
it,
you-
I think it's a
I don't
weird
know.
choice. And I think
Okay,
it's
so-
so interesting. Like, I don't know what was going on in my own mind other than that as you started the talking about the season, saying it was when we really did get to start really borrowing designer stuff. And I remember feeling like I couldn't fit in designer stuff because it was still very narrow in the hips, how they were
Right.
cutting things.
Right.
And so I was
right.
always so anxious that I wasn't going to be able to fit into it, which is actually part of how I found Prada, because Prada is cut in a more like 1940s way, you know,
right.
more
Wiggles.
like for,
Yeah.
hips and waist and all the things.
Curves.
And Donna
Yeah.
Karan is like
True.
so user friendly, right? So this is Donna Karan, and it's a very cool and weird dress. And in some ways, also kind of not, in some ways, when I look at it, not what Charlotte would actually be wearing to her engagement party with Trey
It's
and Bunny.
yeah. It's very watery and soft chiffon.
Yeah. My Piscean self took over and you somehow let me.
Let's say Pat was into that.
She must have been. And the thing that I do like about it is that here Charlotte is marrying into this, like, you know, bastion of preppiness.
Storied family. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like uptight. Bunny's wearing all the, you know, Chanel boxy jackets and everything. And she shows up in this, which in some ways I think is great, because like she could have just looked like everybody else. She could have been wearing her pearls. She could have been wearing Chanel, you know?
A hair ribbon.
Exactly. All the things that we do later.
Right. A dupe of Bunny.
Exactly.
A Bunny clone.
I love that she didn't, that we didn't.
That was cool.
But I don't know if I meant it or not. You know what I mean?
It's odd, but I like it.
Isn't it? It is odd. And I kept this thing and I'm so glad, and I should get it out, but I feel like I'm too old to wear it. I don't know. Wait, speaking of our silhouette, look at what I'm wearing. This might be the Versace. Look at what I'm wearing in Vera Wang with Anthony. Again, another halter. You guys were on a roll here.
That you have beautiful shoulders.
Oh,
gosh, I love this. I think that's correctly identified.
Oh,
don't you?
Yeah, I do. And I don't own it, sadly. It's really good. I wish I did. It's really good. It's also funny because this is a tiny, tiny houndstooth, which I'm sure they probably told us would strobe, and it so didn't.
Well, I love the detail of that front chest.
Me
it's
too.
So pretty.
Beautifully done.
And that is very appropriate.
Very appropriate.
Charlotte.
Very appropriate with Anthony and Vera Wang. Definitely. Now, let's just talk about the wedding for a second. I think you and I talked about the wedding before, and many fucking headlines were written, okay, about how when I jokingly said, you know, I think Sarah Jessica's still mad at me about those bridesmaids dresses. I mean, literally like 30 headlines. Sarah Jessica angry with Kristen Davis.
No,
I'm
why?
like, you guys,
got to fill me in.
I'm joking. Okay, so remember?
Tell me everything.
Okay, so I'm getting married. Charlotte's getting married, right? In our Vera Wang, which I have a literal stack of Polaroids of our fittings that we did, which I will get to in a second. But what I remember, and you tell me what you remember. So here are my ladies wearing slightly different versions of a beige satin dress, right? Like they they have their own neckline, which is really adorable.
Correct, which is really great.
Really great.
Did Vera make those?
I believe so, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, either Vera or Badgley Mishka, because my other dresses that we tried on were Badgley Mishka.
That's right.
And then I wear Badgley Mishka for Charlotte's second wedding because they're like lovely individuals. Anyway,
the second one.
The second one, I know. But what I remember about this is that there was some debate about whether or not everyone would be wearing matching bridesmaids dresses, and did they have to be this color? Because certain people did not
like that color.
Right.
Okay, I'm with you. Okay, okay.
And I remember there being a lot of debate.
I remember this.
And I remember also there being like a ton of debate about my wedding dress, even though when you really look at all the pictures, I mean, we had like 10 wedding dresses that were all amazing and could have been great, but there were so many cooks in the kitchen.
Oh my gosh, this caused a war, I believe.
I believe it did.
It was pretty discussed, let's say. Healthfully discussed.
Healthfully discussed for quite some time. I think that's the other thing, is that there was a big lead up to it, right? So it gave everyone time to weigh in. And
spin around.
I know. And I remember at a certain point, I didn't care. I didn't care at all. I was just like, whatever, they're all great. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I think that the idea with Charlotte, because we all knew it would be very traditional, you know, big, whatever you would call it, right? But like I have some here, I don't know if you can see, where they're like more fitted, they're less poofy. This is the one I ended up in, which is very poofy. But then there was also the veil conversation, like how long this veil is, like down to the bottom of the dress. But I had to lift the veil. Cathedral. Thank you. You know the words. I had to lift the veil, you know, in that scene with her. This is a different silhouette, but also beautiful. I mean, there's so many that I could have worn, but I think there were just a lot of thoughts about, you know.
A lot of cooks in that kitchen now. You're bringing it back.
Yeah, here's a different veil that's quite poofy. You know, it was like Is it going to be poofy? And then I don't know if you
Right.
remember when I got married the second time, Michael Patrick sent down his note that I had to be wearing a Chantilly lace veil. Do you remember this?
Vaguely.
And we were like, well, why? What do you mean? And he said, because Elizabeth Taylor wore one in one of her
Okay.
many weddings. And we were like, okay, but we already picked the dress. Like,
Right.
maybe we needed to know that before we picked the dress. But
Right.
I think we
Right.
just wore it and it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? It was
And
all
nobody
good.
came out on the internet after you and tried to like crucify, because
No.
guess what? There wasn't one.
Exactly. We could create in peace. This is an adorable picture. It's a much more fitted dress, and there's Pat in the background in her bucket hat. I don't know if you can see her. She's so cute. And then I have one here somewhere. This is a tight one. I'm sure everybody was like, no, Charlotte wouldn't wear that. And I probably really wanted to wear that. There's one.
I
This
bet
is
you
one where I
did.
have like a very poofy veil on. There's one. This
Wow.
is one. It has a big bottom, and those are Pat's tennis shoes. She is under my dress, completely covered. She is trying to
What?
pull down the lining.
What a fabulous picture. You're kidding me.
I
I want to
know.
see that on Instagram.
I will put it on Instagram for everyone to
That's
see. It's
funny.
really cute.
Just her sneakers.
Just her sneakers are showing, and you would never know that there's a human being under there. She's totally
That-
in.
Okay, then I want to ask you something, because your memory is so good, because it was your wedding.
Yeah.
What about the Scottish plaid treatment on Carrie's brides? Because she was the,
I love it.
what do you call them? The
The
matron
bridesmaid, maid of honor. Right,
right?
right. I
Yeah,
love
maid
it.
of
I
honor.
didn't remember it at all, but I love it so much because you absolutely know that was Sarah Jessica. And this is a
Yeah.
use of you with your trims. I'm sure that you were like,
Could be.
yes, I will get
Could- yeah.
those little
I will
ribbons
go to
for
that
you.
Scottish plaid section and find something appropriate.
And I think there's a brooch on top
Yeah.
of it, which is
There
also very much
very.
coming
It's
like,
reminiscent of a flower.
yep.
So,
But
it
on the
was
belt.
very smart. Yep.
I
on the
love
waist.
it.
Yeah.
I love it so much. And there is the guy, obviously Trey's wearing his kilt, which is adorable. And then there's his cousin or whoever he is who's Scottish, the way we can't understand anything he says, who's also
that
wearing a kilt.
Samantha sleeps with, I believe, right?
Yes, yes. And talks about how there is something under there, but it's easy to get off or something. I don't know. It's very trippy and funny. Very trippy and funny.
Now, how many times were you married, lady?
Just twice. What do you mean? You think there's more?
First was Trey.
Yeah.
Scottish.
Yeah.
What was the second one?
It's Harry.
It's Harry? There's nobody in between?
No, baby.
Okay. You only got married twice. I'm very disappointed in you.
You are. You know why? We put on like 40 wedding dresses. So I think that's why you think I got married more. No. Charlotte finds Harry and, then it's
It's
game
all
over.
right with the world. Yeah, for
exactly.
sure.
Exactly. And remember, he was my divorce lawyer from Trey.
That's right.
That's how I meet
That's
him,
right.
which is so perfect. Okay, now I have this picture where my producers really want to understand this necklace. Sarah has like just a tube top on, very Sarah Jessica. And then she has this big chunky, it's like a heart or a strawberry. I can't even tell what it is. What is that?
Yeah. Well, we got free, it was still about where can we get stuff. We don't have any money. And Kenny J. Lane showroom was very generous.
Oh, they're so nice.
Pat loved trinkets like that. She loved a horseshoe. She loved an apple. She loved a heart. She loved, like, that to me is so eye-catching.
Yeah.
In a childish kind of way. Like, that's a chunky thing.
But it's fun. I mean, I think it's
And it
really
is.
fun, and I also think on television, they usually try to get you to have very tiny, unnoticeable,
Don't pull
accessories,
focus.
right? Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
pull the focus. Yeah.
And I think that's
that-
why it was so different, right? And I mean, we're different in many ways, as we know, but I think that was one of the big differences. And I think for me, sometimes it took a little getting used to because I was like, that thing's so big or whatever,
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the joy of it.
I'm very cautious about stuff like that. I get timid to, I don't want, if it's a beautiful long earring and it's going to swing through the whole bar scene, I'm like, oh, yeah.
It's true, but I feel like something came over us in season 3 And I mean, not so much me because I am still playing Charlotte, but I think we were just like,
Yeah.
I think the newness of it all and people sending us
Yeah.
things, we were just like,
Yeah.
yes, we're excited. And it reminds me of this beautiful gold butterfly.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up. Also, Kenny J. Lane.
Amazing.
Yeah. It just made that dress.
Didn't it? And she wears
Yes.
this on the cover of Time magazine in our photo shoot, doesn't she?
Oh my gosh, I believe you're right.
I think she does. It's
right?
hanging in my closet. I should have checked before I came.
Wow.
Because I love
Cool.
that. It's my only picture I have hanging of us because I think it's so funny that it says, "Who needs a husband?"
Interesting. I wonder if I have that magazine. I have so many.
You do?
I have boxes.
Where are they?
Uh-huh. In the attic of the condo.
Oh, we should look. That would be so
Just
much fun.
So many.
Next
I don't
episode,
know why
Molly.
I'm saying. Yeah, you're welcome to paw through them.
Ooh, that would be fun.
The craziest, big, huge articles on all of you guys.
And about
who wore it best.
Right. And what body shape do you have?
Uh-huh.
Are you curvy?
a Charlotte?
Still makes me so mad. Okay, so mad. Are you thin like Sarah Jessica? I was like, you guys, come on. I have seen recently, though, a lot of stuff on Instagram about how rough the 2000s were for women, in terms of body expectations and shaming. Like it was so intense.
It was intense. It was intense. Any kind of bathing suit scene would unravel anybody. Anybody, okay?
Oh, and when
I don't care who.
I agree. Oh, I know. I mean, the funny thing, Sarah Jessica has her wonderful style, but like when she wears those board shorts in the second season, oh, I love it so much because it's so her, right? But if Sarah Jessica Parker can feel self-conscious,
yes,
anyone
There's
can.
No hope for any of us.
There is no hope.
Exactly.
There is no hope for any of us. But we were in such a pressure cooker. It was really intense. And I remember, I don't know if I've told this story on the pod. I don't think I have. When we were doing the first season, when people were really confused about what the show was, right? Like they didn't know, were we like real sex on HBO, in the middle of the night? They didn't know what the heck we were.
Was.
Right.
Yeah,
but people, the paparazzi at least, the fashion people and the paparazzi knew Candace Bushnell. So they knew of the article, the column, the book. And I was at this event one time. I was just wearing my regular clothes. I think I was with my publicist and we had to go by and check on another client who was at an event. So we kind of swung by after going somewhere and I'm just in the back trying not to, I'm not really there, right? And the paparazzi are there and they're chatting with me and they're saying, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, we're working on this new show, Sex and the City for HBO." And they say, "Oh, Sex and the City, like Candace?" And I say, "Oh, yeah, it's based on Candace's column." And this woman paparazzi says to me, "Well, you don't play Candace because you're not thin enough." I mean, she might have actually said, "You're too heavy." I can't remember what she said. It was so mean. And I was like, no, I'm not playing Carrie. And I'm like trying to be polite. And I'm like, "Where's my publicist? I'm going to die." And then I would see her on red carpets. And I would be so upset. And I was like, "Why are you like this? You're a woman.
Why are you a woman hater?"
Right. And you're a paparazzi and you're a woman paparazzi.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Band together.
But they'd just be so like openly to your face. Do you know what I mean? Like, "Well,
God,
you're
that's
too
so
heavy.
painful.
You're not thin enough. You can't possibly play her." And I was just like, "Oh, Lord. And my other thing, I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast either, but it reminds me of it. So this is when like weeklies were coming out, like Us Weekly, People.
Right. People.
There's more that have gone away, like Life and Style or whatever. There's so many.
Yeah.
And every week my mother would be like, "Oh, blah, 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 saying blah, blah, blah." And I would just be like, "Mom, I don't want to know. I don't want to know." Because obviously they were just all about, critiquing everything and or stirring up Comparisons, yes. So one time I'd had something happen that I wasn't happy about. And so I was walking home, as we all do in New York, when you got to walk something off, right? So I'm walking something off and I stop at a bodega to get some M&Ms. And I go up to the counter to get the M&Ms. And this girl behind the counter says, "Oh, I can't sell you these." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she goes,
"What?
Yeah, you shouldn't be eating these."
Stop it.
Please give me my
You couldn't get
M&Ms.
away with anything.
Please give me my M&Ms, woman. I need my
I
M&Ms.
cannot believe that story.
I know. This is what it was like.
Wow.
Like people were invested in your thigh circumference. You know what I'm saying?
That is mind-blowing.
It was scary. And I remember just like crying the rest of my walk, like, I can't give me M&Ms.
Wow.
Now, why didn't I just say, like, give it to me? I'm trying to buy something in your store. And why didn't I just go to the next bodega? I don't know. But it hurt so much.
It threw you for a loop.
Threw me for a loop, which is how I felt a lot of the time back then, I have to say, honestly, if I'm just being honest. All right, we are going to cut this into 2 episodes because Molly has a lot to say and we love to hear it. So please join us later in the week on Are You a Charlotte to continue talking about season 3 with the incredible Molly Rogers.